proactive responsibilities.
Let's talk, act, and be about development.
With one voice, our potential is realized.
This is your number one news, talk, and sports radio station. 92.3 Nigeria Info. I am listening.
Information is a two-way thing. Nigeria Info, it's your turn. Let's talk.
And now, Hard Facts.
Hard Facts with Dio.
Hello, good afternoon to you. Welcome. It is Hard Facts on 92.3 Nigeria Info here in Port Harcourt. I'm Dio. It's 11 minutes gone past 3 p.m. It's another Wednesday, meaning we're having the Wednesday edition, meaning we're having the midweek edition of the show, meaning today is another day where we'll discuss particularly, we do that every day, more or less, but particularly every Wednesday, we'll discuss the progressive development of the Niger Delta region on Canvas the Niger Delta Roundtable, brought to you by SPDC today between 4 and 5 p.m. We're going to do that as well. We'll get to the details in a moment. But once again, I hope the week so far has been productive and it's looking good. Yeah, I know, still, things still work out somehow, some way, they still do. And I hope they're working out for you. And today has been a productive one as well. Welcome once again. So from now till 7, as usual, we keep the conversation going. Several matters we're going to be addressing in a moment. You're welcome to be a part of it, of course, by the usual platforms. We are live on facebook.com/Nigeria Info PH. Remember to like our page while you're there. Also on YouTube, just search for Nigeria Info PH. Like our page there as well, and watch our live shows, and also go back to check out our archives as well. If you missed out on something, you can watch it all over again. Well, at least mostly anyways. So, several matters on the agenda today, as always. Let's see. I got side comments coming up shortly, random stories and random thoughts. As I checked out the news today, something I have to do actually. We are a talk news station, so I must check out the news. And here's what happens. I can't discuss everything. It's it's a 4-hour show. Is it 4 or 5 hours? It's a 4-hour show. I can't discuss everything, really. So, you have to decide which one's going to make the cut, which one you might leave out for another day or leave out entirely. But even the ones that are left out for another day or left out entirely might still catch my attention somewhat. So I do have some thoughts on those. They come up in my side comments. But there are no matters that will be discussed at that time. But after the major news at 6 p.m. during a segment called the Open Season segment, I can take your thoughts on those side comments. So, and after that, there's one major issue that caught my attention, which I'll be delivering a rant on. And now that I'll take your thoughts on till 4 p.m. We got business news coming up. Yes, we do. Every hour we got news. And after the business news today is Canvas the Niger Delta Roundtable. Yes, we're discussing the progressive development of the Niger Delta region. Now, on the show today, topic: funding and mentorship opportunities for small and medium enterprises, SMEs, in the Niger Delta. My guest on the show today, is an expert in the field of growing entrepreneurs and mentoring the births of entrepreneurs, providing creative solutions to meet their needs and help provide these services. Kalada Apiafi is going to be my guest on Canvas and Air today. So join us for that one. It's all about small and medium enterprises. If your business falls into a category, or you're thinking, you've been pondering this for quite a while, and you're thinking, I don't have any money, you don't want to miss this conversation. You don't want to. All right, so that takes us between from 4 to 5 o'clock. We've got the news update at 5, as usual once again. And after that, discussions continue. And next up is, guess what? Very expensive nets may be coming to Nigeria soon. Very, very expensive. How expensive, you're wondering? Well, here's a story cut in Premium Times. Senate queries FG's plan to borrow $200 million for mosquito nets. Yeah, I told you, they're very expensive. I don't know, maybe Mosquito Nets by Giorgio Armani. Now that would be something. That would be something. I've got it. Mosquito Nets by Louis Vuitton. Hmm. No, I've got a better one. Mosquito Nets by Gucci. Hmm. I don't know. And I don't know if they designed up mosquito nets really. I really don't know. I was just, messing around. But here's the story, or some parts of it, cut to Premium Times. Once again, the story is captioned. Senate queries FG's plan to borrow $200 million for mosquito nets. The senators frowned at a plan by the federal government to borrow $200 million to purchase mosquito nets and other ancillary medical therapies to prevent malaria. Members of the Senate Committee on Local and Foreign Debts faulted the proposed loan request when the Perm Sec of the Ministry of Health, Mahmouda Maman, informed them of the plan. Mr. Maman told the panel that part of the federal government's plan for the loan is to secure $200 million facility to procure mosquito nets to prevent malaria in 13 of the 36 states. So not all 36, by the way. Not even half the number of states, but 13 of the 36 states. This, he said, is due to high rate of under 5 mortality in Nigeria, largely caused by malaria and inaccessibility to malaria treatments by residents in 13 vulnerable states in the country, hence the necessity of the loan. Yeah. And if approved by the National Assembly and accessed, the loan would be used to medically fight malaria in the 13 orphan states, which cover 208 local government councils and 3,536 primary healthcare centers, he said. But a member of the committee, Ibrahim Oloriegbe, wondered why plans were being made to borrow $200 million when 450 million naira have been budgeted for malaria treatment in the proposed 2022 appropriation bill. So $200 million, and by the way, in case you're wondering, that's over 80 billion naira. We intend to use that to buy mosquito nets and other ancillary treatment thingies to treat malaria or prevent malaria in 13 out of 36 states. So we'll talk about that in the 5 o'clock hour. I want to get your take on that. Do you consider borrowing $200 million to buy mosquito nets or to fight malaria a proper expenditure? I mean, health, they say, is wealth, right? And we should do everything we can to prevent the spread of malaria. Well, I'll get your take on that once again between 5 and 6 p.m. Headlines at 5:30. The major news comes up at 6 p.m. An open season after that until about 7 when we wrap it up. The sports gang will be in by 7 for extra time. So that's it, pretty much. That covers the show for today. If there are any changes, you will find out as long as you stay tuned. But let's get things going right now with today's side comments. Random stories and random thoughts that caught my attention, which once again will not be discussed, or rather is not open for discussion at this time, but much later on during the open season segment. I could take your thoughts on the issues at that time. Okay, sorry, I'll get to the side comment in a moment. My have a bit of a technical glitch over here. Our computer's not being very friendly right now, but it'll work. I'll make it work. Alright, here we are. Governor Yesom Wike says the River State government will not send a bill to the State House of Assembly to enact financial autonomy for the judiciary. The governor said this at a dinner in honor of delegates to the 61st Annual Conference of the Nigerian Bar Association, NBA, at Government House in Port Harcourt. He said the 1999 Constitution, as amended, recognizes independence of the judiciary. Let's hear what His Excellency had to say on this matter. Just a moment. Here we are.
We must be practical. Things that will work and things that will not work. Forget about anybody telling you that I will not sign one law. I will not sign. I won't even send to the legislature. Nobody can force me how my state will operate. Nobody. Nobody can say, send this bill to the legislature for you to have autonomy. The Constitution has already guaranteed that the judiciary must be independent. And we have agreed on that. Amendments have been done that the judiciary must be independent. First line charge. If I'm not obeying, there's a sanction for it. I'm not here to play to the gallery to say, Mr. President has directed me. No, you cannot direct me.
Well, I think the whole world agrees, Your Excellency, that Mr. President cannot direct you. I mean, that's pretty elementary. I'm sure even students of government in secondary school should know that the President cannot direct you. But the governor also said that the River State government will resist any attempt by the federal government to deduct funds meant for the state under the guise of implementing financial autonomy for the judiciary.
If anybody touches River State money to say you are deducted, it's wahala. It's wahala. We are not operating a unitary system. We are operating a federal. Give River State their money. One will come, will share our money. But to say you take my money there, trouble. No, I will not agree. There's nothing anybody can tell me I will agree. So, and there's no state that can boast. What is autonomy? Let me challenge all of you from your state, whether any of your states have released all the capital expenditure of the judiciary for this. I have released even September and released the whole capital expenditure of the judiciary.
It all sounds well and good, but what I think we should be doing is, yes, the Constitution, of course, like His Excellency said, already guarantees the independence of the judiciary. But it's kind of like the way the Constitution kind of guarantees the independence of the component states of the country. But in spite of that, you still find that we're talking about restructure, or people use expressions such as true federalism, whatever that means really, or maybe even more appropriately, fiscal federalism. So the fact of the matter is, even though the Constitution guarantees the independence of the judiciary, for example, which is the bone of contention here, the question is the judiciary truly independent? Not just in River State, by the way, but throughout the country. Is the judiciary truly independent? That's a fundamental question, and that's the issue here. Yes, the Constitution has provided for that, but then again, constitutions are constantly being amended. And what is wrong with us having this conversation about how we can improve the system, how we can improve the independence of the various arms of government? That includes the legislature and the judiciary, by the way. What is wrong with us having that conversation? Your Excellency, you keep talking about the great things that you're doing to improve the judiciary in River State. You build them houses, you buy them cars, you improve judiciary infrastructure, and all supposedly designed to improve the welfare of judiciary staff, judges especially, and improve justice delivery. So the question we should be asking ourselves is this going to improve justice delivery? Is this going to improve the judiciary in any way? What can we do to better improve the judiciary, to better make it function? And since Your Excellency appears to be very concerned about that, then it should be easy for us to have this conversation and not just hell-bent on holding on to money. By the way, what does it matter how the money gets to the judiciary? I'm not saying that we should completely ignore it, but why is that something that we seem quite vociferous about how the money gets there? I don't think anybody is saying that the judiciary should present its own budget by itself. No, the executive has the responsibility of presenting budgets. But if the budget has been passed, does it matter how the judiciary gets the money? Really? I mean, not that it doesn't matter at all, but is that a fundamental thing? Is that a fundamental issue? How the judiciary gets the money that's been budgeted to it already? I mean, the money has been budgeted for the judiciary already. So why is the biggest issue here seemingly how the judiciary gets the money? Why is that the biggest issue here? You know, and also talking about the independence of the judiciary, and this is not done in River State only. It's done in other states also. The practice of executive governors building houses for judges, buying cars for judges, handing out handing out gifts to them or some largesse in the guise of improving their conditions or their welfare, for me, negatively impacts our quest to ensure that the judiciary is independent. We cannot line judges up and be handing over car keys to them. We can't assemble them in places and hand over deeds of occupancy or certificates of occupancies to them. And then the chief judge, not just River State, once again, it happens in other states also. And then the chief judge stands up on behalf of, and then reads a script, with His Excellency, the Governor, on behalf of the judges here. All of us, we hereby thank His Excellency, the Governor, for these cars that he has given us. We will ensure to use the cars as His Excellency has asked us to use the cars. Because His Excellency also will stand up when giving the cars out, not just once again, not just River State, and probably say something like, "You see, I have given them cars. I expect the judges to use the cars in the right way. I expect them to use these cars in the furtherance of justice delivery." And some unscrupulous executive somewhere in Nigeria might even go as far as cracking the joke and saying, "I hope the judges will not use to carry." You know what I'm saying, huh? Don't use them to carry. Judges, you know what I'm saying, eh? Chief Judge, tell your people that you use to carry. You know. And then after His Excellency has presented the cars to them, then the Chief Judge will thank his, on behalf of the members of the judiciary and my humble self, we thank Your Excellency for these cars, and we will ensure that we will use the cars in the appropriate way. We'll be checking the oil every morning. We will check the oil. We will make sure that the engine does not knock. We will be checking the battery as well, and the tire pressure. We will ensure we service them regularly and drive it only from house to court. And maybe, wait, Your Excellency, can we drive it to church also? Midweek. What of midweek service, Your Excellency? Midweek service. What of night vigil? Night vigil. Night. Okay. All right. You see, a round of applause. His Excellency said we can drive it for night vigil also. He's a very good man. So on behalf of all of us here, we hereby thank the Governor for these cars, and we will use it in the right way, as His Excellency has asked us to use it in the furtherance of justice delivery. No, that doesn't work. That definitely does not advance the cause of independence of the judiciary. No, it doesn't in any way. All right. Anyways, what else caught my attention today? Let's see. So I got a comment via WhatsApp. I think I'd like to read it. Someone says, Dio, imagine President Buhari is the one buying cars and building houses for senators and Supreme Court judges. Wike is always playing to the gallery. He should know that he will not be governor forever. That's Peter from Port Harcourt. I'm sure there's going to be a huge outcry, not just locally but possibly even internationally, if the president tomorrow lined up Supreme Court justices and was handing over car keys to them. I know. I wonder how that is going to look. Okay, someone sent a message here. I will not read this one. You know, we're talking about very respectable people here, judges, you know, so I will not read this. But I get to your point, though. Alright, someone says, Dario, you forgot to add His Excellency in his wisdom and magnanimity. Of course, His Excellency never does anything without his peculiar wisdom and magnanimity. You know, it all comes to that. Anyway, let's see. Moving on. Anything else caught my attention today? Let's see. And the PDP travails seem to continue, even though members of the PDP are expressing plenty of confidence that nothing will stop its convention, which is supposed to happen, I think, this weekend, 30th and 31st or so of this month. Of course, the suspended national chairman, Uche Secondus, is in court trying to stop that convention from taking place. We'll see how that goes. Keep an eye on that situation, of course. Whilst we still have via the corner of our eye or eyes, still keeping an eye still keeping the corners of our eyes on the APC situation, especially the APC here in Rivers State, and possibly even some other states as well. Remember, parallel congresses were said to have happened in some states of the, in the party APC, including here in Rivers State. Oh, 2023 is going to be very interesting indeed. Very interesting. But what's most important is not the shenanigans, it's not parallel congresses, it's not if there are 21 and a half chairmen of one party in one state alone. That's not the issue. The issue is for you, the Nigerian, to focus, critically analyze what's being said. Enough of just noise. I'll come to that in a moment. Let's wrap up the side comments right now, I think. Still plenty to talk about the Anambra governorship election, concerns about it holding, and some secessionist group saying that, some proscribed group saying that there's going to be a lockdown or sit-at-home order, and different groups are begging them to allow elections hold. For me, nothing, very few things could be more tragic than that as far as I'm concerned. But we'll see how that plays out as well. Wish the people of Anambra the very best, and I hope that nothing disrupts their constitutionally, humanely, morally guaranteed right to exercise their franchise and determine for themselves the people who are going to manage their affairs. So I hope that that does happen, really. And I hope that the nation's security forces are able to resist any attempt by any person or group of persons to destabilize the system and hinder people who have decided they want to exercise their franchise. Nobody is able to stop them from doing that. All right, so as I wrap up today's side comments, once again, don't just listen to the incoherent babblings. Have of Idadua, Abinadua. You see, say we do every time you say we go do let me hear you say They be foolish people, I mean they don't be foolish people. They see your body, I mean they don't see your body. And that's the entire campaign. That's it. Tragic indeed. Tragic. Finally, as I wrap up today's side comments, Your Excellency, the Rivers State Governor, question, have we fulfilled, a reminder as well, have we fulfilled the promise to the Joe Blankson family to give the wife a job and set up, I think, was it a trust fund or something like that, for the children to help with their education and the rest of it? Your Excellency, the governor's office is a very, very important and highly elevated, respected and significant one. So when the governor's office, doesn't matter who's occupying it, makes such a promise, we expect that it will be fulfilled. So we're hoping that this promise, even though it's been 2-3 years now, doesn't matter, better late than never, promise to the widow of Joe Blankson and his children from the hungry in-laws who are looking for their own share. All right, so that's it for some comments. I'll go on a break. When I return, today's round comes up. Please stay with us.
Information is a two-way thing. Nigeria Info, it's your turn. Let's talk. Keeping up with political issues and developments around you only on Nigeria Info.
A clean surrounding is a collective effort.
Diseases could be avoided
With good hygiene practice, be more responsible with how you dispose waste products. The environment will be better looking without litter and exposed garbage. We love our city clean. This message is from 92.3 Nigeria Info.
Keeping up with political issues and developments around you only on Nigeria Info.
And now, hard facts.
Hard Facts with Dion.
Welcome back. It is Hard Facts 90.3 Nigeria Info and her input Harcourt. I'm Dio. And I'd like to run for just a bit. 23 minutes ago before 4 p.m. There's something in my mind. I'd like to express some thoughts on it. And you're very welcome to express your thoughts and mine all the way till 4 p.m. Now, contrary to what a lot of persons, especially young persons, might think, there is a proper way to lead. And when I say young persons, I mean young Nigerians specifically. There is a right way to lead. And I understand, I get it. You know, if you look around you, the Nigerian system, it might be hard. It might be very hard to find good examples of leadership. It might be hard. You may not find too many good examples around. You may not find too many role models around, you know, or good role models for that matter. But there are. Maybe a few, but there are around. And if you searched and if you can't find around, look internationally. You know, the world is a global village these days. You know, you probably have a smartphone or something. If you don't, get on the internet, go to a cyber cafe or something. Get on the internet. You know, read books, for crying out loud. Read books. Search for eminent persons, living or dead. Read about them. Study their lives. There are positive examples of good leadership, maybe a few at home, but definitely very many worldwide, living and or dead. Check them out. Because I fear very strongly that we might be breeding, because of the ineptitudes of a lot of leadership in Nigeria, we might be brewing a generation that might even be worse off. There are two ways that we can go from where we are right now. Either something happens, something profound happens, and we get it right, and then we tilt in a direction, in an upward trajectory, where we now get leadership right. Or something tragic happens, and then we spiral even further down along this negative, dark trajectory that we found ourselves on right now, and we produce in the future, or not even so distant future, a next generation of leaders who are even going to be worse than those that we have at this time. And oh goodness gracious, that will be hell literally on earth. If it gets worse than what we have right now in this country, it's going to be hell on earth. Really. Nigerians don't have to go to hell anymore. Hell will be hell already. And I'm very concerned about this. You know how it is that, for example, and even the quality of followership also is a big problem. You know, I'm sure you're very aware. I've been here for some time, you know, and we get all kinds of people, thanking people in government for some of the most ludicrous things. You know, you hear how that we the good people of XYZ community hereby thank some excellency for giving contract to our son. That's a thing that actually happened. It actually happened. There was a community who thanked some excellency for awarding a contract to their son to build something, and it was an advertorial. It was a paid advertorial. Remarkable stuff. And we thank excellencies for appointing our son. We thank, and all kinds of things, really. But I'd like to say once again that there are positive examples that we can follow. And it doesn't matter what level we're starting from now, whether just in your family, because first and foremost, everyone owes themselves a responsibility to exercise personal leadership. First to yourself, personal leadership, it's your responsibility. And then in whatever area of influence, no matter how small or big, in your family, in your community, in your home, at your place of work, in your place of worship, maybe if you're a worship going place kind of person, you know, or if you get elected to some position or appointed to serve in government or something, or you become a governor, or you become a president, or you're a commissioner or minister, or you're a member of the legislature, or even the judiciary as well. The NBA right now holding their conference, it's actually taking the lead. You have to take the lead in some way. Be responsible for something for yourself and for something bigger than yourself. But there is a proper way. There is a proper way to do things. And there is an improper way to do things as well. An example of an improper way to do things, which I suspect strongly may be the result of having looked at the quality of leadership that we have in this country for too long. When you focus on something for too long, it starts to affect you. They say that evil communication corrupts good manners. I think that's in the Bible somewhere. And I think there was some dude in the Bible as well who was trying to scam his father-in-law, somebody whose father he was trying to marry, or whose daughter he was trying to marry. Something about goats, or was it sheep, and the color of the sheep, and he positioned the animals to look at a particular color, and they came out looking a certain way, their color. Who was that guy in the some dude in the Bible? He did that, you know. Basically, what you look at, what you focus on, becomes you inevitably, eventually. What you focus on, what you focus your attention on, inevitably impacts on you. It rubs off on you eventually. And like I said, there are good examples. But I suspect strongly, once again, that some of our young persons aren't focusing on positive examples. That's the reason a story like this would surface on the internet. River State SUG official gives boyfriend award for being the love of her life. The SUG welfare director of River State University, Port Harcourt, has given her boyfriend award for being the love of her life. Now reacting, the boyfriend took to social media to gush over the lady for according him the honor and described her as the most loving person in the world. Obiano Rita Ogechukwu J. Francis, the Student Union Government Director of Welfare, River State University, Port Harcourt, has sparked reactions on social media following the award she gave her lover. Now, the SUG official awarded her boyfriend, identified as Wisdom Ike, for being the love of her life. Now, photos from this physical award presentation were shared on Facebook by her boyfriend, who hailed the lady for the gesture. He described her as the most loving person in the world. Now, I won't go into the details of the things that he said to her or what she said back to him and all of that. You can go online and you can search for yourself. But it said that this event was something of an official event, and the event was attended by students, as a matter of fact. And there was a plaque, by the way. There was a plaque. Remarkable stuff indeed. There was a plaque. And if you read the plaque, it goes, Office of the Welfare Secretary, Student Union Government, River State University Chapter, Umpolu, Orowo Rukwo, Port Harcourt. Award of Excellence presented to Comrade A.K. Wisdom Shiga Imezu, EMT President, Petrochemical Students Department, for your love, support, and care to me, as well as your strides and contributions to my growth. Lots of love from your girlfriend. On this day, 22nd of October 2021, congratulations. Courtesy, Comrade Obiano Rita Oge something, Welfare Secretary, SCG RSU. Now, I mean, you might go, such young love, and there's nothing wrong with young love, there's nothing wrong with young love at all, absolutely nothing. Young love is good, young love is nice, but an official ceremony to award him, present this award to him, representing her office, I think is highly inappropriate. Okay, just a second. Sorry about that. Sorry about the distraction. Where was I? Okay. All right. So, young love is not a bad thing. Young love is good, as a matter of fact. But the fact that I even have to explain this is a testament to how bad things have become, how they were sung. Because I'm even struggling for the right words to use here in explaining this. So, to these lovebirds, congratulations on your love. It looks really nice. It seems like you guys really have a thing for each other, and that's a great thing. I hope you guys end up together and have lots of babies you can care for. But, Madam SUG welfare person, using your office, the paraphernalia of your office, to present an award to your boyfriend at an official occasion is, to say the least, grossly inappropriate. Grossly inappropriate. And should never have happened in the first place. So, feel free to appreciate your boyfriend for his love for you. Maybe he's the best boyfriend in the world. But do that personally. Alright, you guys can go on a dinner date someplace. You can have smoothies together. You can have sandwiches together someplace. You can share a pizza. You can buy him a gift. You can take him out someplace. You can buy him a nice shirt. Whatever it is. But presenting an award from your office at some official engagement to thank your boyfriend for being your boyfriend is, oh, goodness. There are positive examples. Let's not follow or get fixated on the terrible ones. Let's focus on the good ones. Let's not turn our offices into something for personal benefit and personal gain. Because if Madame Welfare becomes a commissioner tomorrow, I wonder what she would do to her boyfriend or her husband, or if she becomes a deputy governor or a governor tomorrow. I wonder what she would do if she's not married then, what she will use the state house, the governor's office to do for her boyfriend or her husband at that time. I think the point has been is quite clear. On that note, I end my round. Thanks for listening. Hope you were on board. Any thoughts on my letter? Call 0817 93 0002, 0817 93 0003, 0817 93 0007. Those are the numbers to call. WhatsApp is on 0809 030 6416. We're live on facebook.com/Nigeria Info PH. Keep it brief, straight to the point. And remember, once your call is answered, do turn down the volume of your radio set. So let's see, what do I have? Kingsley O'Giddy on Facebook goes, that's exactly what you will see if that lady's opportunity to occupy any political position tomorrow misplaced priority. Alright, let's go to the third lines. I've got an Adewale from Mile 3 on the line. Hello, yes. Wale, you're welcome. Go ahead.
Yes, good evening, sir. Good afternoon. I even forwarded that message this morning. That message is disappointment to all the DSC alumni. I happen to be a product of that school, and I was shocked. If we still have DSC, which is Professor Sebo BP, they should do something on that regard. This is embarrassment to the great DSC. Thank you.
You're welcome. I got Innocent from Igruta. Hi, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, good evening, Dayo.
Hello.
The issue is that our older politicians, they are such a good example. It is in this country that we heard of Ministry of Enjoyment and Social Fulfillment. Yeah, so it's no news. We are learning very well. We're learning fast as well. It's just a pity what the future holds for the present generation. Could even be worse, sad to say. But we'll keep praying that God help us.
You're welcome, Innocent. Namdi from Mala George. Hi, go ahead. Namdi, hello, you're welcome. Please go on.
Hello, Dayo. Good afternoon.
Go ahead.
You see, I can't laugh it out enough. You see, that kind of person,
if Nigeria is being handed over for her to handle, I think she's going to in fact, she's going to give Nigeria to her boyfriend or to her husband. You know, this is the kind of leaders of tomorrow that we are producing. It's very, very sad.
Quite so. But I do believe that this lady could have a change of heart or change of disposition. I'm quite certain that we have a lot of young, brilliant Nigerians who would make for excellent leaders in whatever position or in varying positions and capacities. I'm quite certain of that. I've got some comments via WhatsApp as well. I think I'll get to that in a moment. Let's see. Someone says that this Cameron in the Bible is Jacob, who married Leah and Rachel, daughters of Laban. Oh, thank you very much for pointing that out to me. Via Facebook, Eda Emmanuel Emerald goes, but she has apologized to the student community for the mistake. I'm not in any way justifying your action, but I was overwhelmed by humility. Oh, I really hope she did apologize, really. I hope so, and I wish her the very best. Chris from Abayi, welcome. Please go
on. Good afternoon, sir.
Go ahead, sir.
I'm just short for words. I like words to express how I feel over the ridiculous story. That's just Nigeria for you. Moral decadence. Ask the lady what her grade point average is, and in the next 3 or 4, 5 years, this beauty is so painted about their relationship. My go sour and hit the rocks.
Hopefully it doesn't.
Women, a good number of them are easily carried by the president.
Hopefully it doesn't.
Pardon?
I said, hopefully it doesn't hit the rocks.
Have a nice day.
You as well. Victory from Omagua. Hi, go on.
Tayo, good evening.
All right, go ahead.
Abi, good afternoon. Okay. If Rivers ladies are not giving award for best boyfriend, I think personally, me too, for all that we have been doing for Rivers ladies, we deserve award.
I think you missed the point, but go ahead.
Yes. But secondly, sir, the young lady in question, as a welfare SUG secretary, I know that even while the pictures were also trending that she gave her boyfriend award, the picture of all the good things that she's also doing for all the departments in the university were also trending. She was living up to her task as the welfare secretary of the SUG. So while they are also saying that she gave her boyfriend award, people who are also trending it should help us and tell Nigerians to or Rivers people that she's also a good welfare secretary at the university. But the award issue, they should be giving us awards.
All right. Great to hear from you. Emmanuel from Rubulimini, you're welcome. Go ahead.
Adedayo, good day, sir.
All right, go on.
I think what you bring to us today is a very good one. All the same, I think the lady has to be at least advised, not cautioned, because everybody will go into the law and the school law. If there is anything binding or stopping anybody from expressing, despite whichever name. But in the morality of itself, I think it's not really good. It's not good at all. With that name attached, that is a boyfriend. It's not good at all. It's not good. I don't know where we are heading to. If they will be bold, to post such thing, for the whole world to see. Yeah, where are we heading to? So, I will advise the school authority to look into it and checkmate the attitude and the actions of the students, and not the type of character they give positions. Because this type to handle anything is a very big problem. What are you appreciating and bringing it to the world for? Is it that it's the young man that gives you money as a welfare to support the school? Or are you using the school welfare post to support him? Which one? Just even investigate her. Thank you.
You're welcome. Via WhatsApp, still every day we give the old politicians excuse why they feel this young generation will be a disaster if given power. It's a shame to the SUG wing embarrass you, not some Ubi now. That she was really blinded by love. That's the beauty of love. It could make you stupid as well. Well. Hello, Dad. Quite embarrassing and still so similar to what leadership represents in Nigeria. If she can do this at this level, then how will she lead responsibly? The best apologies for her to vacate that office, but then we don't do that here. That's from DG. It's ridiculous and unheard of that. If not that I'm hearing it from you and on a trusted media outlet such as Nigeria Info, I would have concluded it the joke of the century. Quite sad. Iman Ozodima goes, with the good and passionate comrades of the struggle, hereby condemn such acts intended to malign and denigrate the struggle our forefathers bequeathed to us. Hello, Di. Let me play devil's advocate here. This is a case to show that romance is dead in Nigeria and leaves a bitter taste in our mouths. So long as she didn't misappropriate SUG funds, we should admire her. Okay, all right. Life of a typical Nigerian politician. Everything is possible in Nigeria. Please, high school responded. No one is held accountable. Everything going jaga. That's from Sam. All right. Good afternoon, Doc. These are the kinds of people that will use people's palliative for campaign or private use. Let's see. Love to say is the strongest that. Sometimes it strips one of all sense of reason. Not some Newton Ikiri, I suppose. Everest Amadi on Facebook goes, that's the first Nigerian step to using public spaces for personal and pecuniary gain. I'm even amazed that numerous youths who saw it online were commending it, and I question what the future holds. YM with confidence on Facebook goes, that's gross misconduct and abuse of office. And quite simply, it exactly is that. It's gross misconduct and abuse of office. But I hope this young lady will learn a lesson or two from this development. Some person has said she should step down. Well, that's the choice she has to make personally, if she feels so motivated to. But whatever the case is, whether or not she steps down from this position, I imagine she might pursue this line going forward in her career. She might pursue politics. I wish her the best and realize that it's about the people, not about your personal life or your boyfriend. And you can appreciate the people you love personally, but do not use the instrument of your office for personal aggrandizement, which is the default position of our honorables and excellencies. Be a good example. There are many examples out there. I wish her and her boyfriend the very best. Business news comes up shortly. Canvas on air afterwards. Please stay with us.